Hello everybody, so this past week has been a lot happening with Love and Deepspace, with its game and its community in general. This whole week has been so chaotic, and overall, as we all seen right now, as of today, they officially announced that for Valko, who was supposed to be the newest love interest for Love and Deepspace, for the 6.0 update, is no longer happening. They officially have decided to remove him from the game, and any further content for him was not going to happen anymore. And overall, they are starting to remove a lot of posts that they have for him. So we're going to check out his trailer before it's officially gone, because I watched the stream but didn't get to really focus on it that much. But now that this is happening, and it's just a weird feeling that I'm having with the situation at hand, I figure why not just recheck the trailer and then end up talking about what's been going on afterwards. So basically check that out.
Hey, who are you talking to? Take me in for the night. Trying to muzzle me? It's a little too late.
Both falls and wolf I don't think he just tries to make himself home.
It's late. Of course I'm gonna play around with you. What's the difference between me carrying you and you walking in? It's what I do for you. Since you're eager to learn and apply newfound knowledge, I'll be your test subject. If you really want to learn about the wolf's secret, fine.
I was so excited to see him in the suit.
Let me just get my scent all over you.
Look how he's such a freaking puppy. Obviously he's the wolf boy, but like he's such a little puppy like this here. Her scratching under his chin is so cute. Look at him with the glass. Oh my god.
We were probably in a your mind sort of dynamic.
Look at the way
that's better. It's too late.
The way he keeps on nuzzling her head or something, like he's just outright petting. I'm so used to like my cat doing that because she's always doing that to me. So it's just cute seeing like the way Valko does it.
Your body has my scent. Now the whole forest knows you're my emergency ration. What the? Easy there.
The fact that he just curses is so fucking...
That's better.
I just love that.
Your body has my scent. Now the whole forest knows you're my emergency ration. What the?
What the? That's so funny. It's just so funny seeing like an ally curse, because they don't curse in this fucking game. So hearing him do it is so fucking funny to me. Wolf petting master move.
Easy there. And I didn't think you were a hunter with a knack for walking in the traps. And here's a counterattack.
You always say my scent is different. What do I smell like?
It's like the wilderness. Earth. Open savannas and the wind. Other times it's a stream, a mountain, pretty moonrise.
I love the fact that they're just like camping, because obviously he's kind of like used to being in the forest and the woods, so them camping is like so perfect. Look at them together like this. They look so cute together.
What do I smell like?
It's like the wilderness. Earth. Open savannas and the wind. Other times it's a stream, a mountain, pretty moonrise. And it can often remind me of a burnt pancake on a stove. Just kidding. That's how raising wolves works. Being soft-hearted.
Look at that. And that was like, look at the plushie. He's so cute.
Even for a second, you'd be in their net. When I like someone, I make a move.
He gives me like such like dorky, like nerdy boyfriend energy. He looks like such a dork, and it's like he gives me the energy of like being a dork, but that's what makes it more cuter for him, I guess.
Biologically speaking, we came from the same primordial biomolecular soup.
What?
And we evolved under the same conditions.
Now we're in the workout outfit.
We're not that different. And what's so bad about wolves being at the door? One peek is enough for him to open the doors for you. The first lesson of hunting 101.
Yeah, so these were all of the standard 5-star cards for him.
Don't make any noise when moving and breathing.
Right?
You have eyes.
Yeah.
I'm relaxing.
Workout.
Did the wolves eat it?
The glass
You should have
is
said so sooner. I would have run on all fours.
Look at the fact that he's biting on the right. We're petting him on in the middle. What is he even doing on the left?
You're lucky.
Yeah, look at all of it again.
Did the wolves eat it? You should have said so sooner. I would have run on all fours.
And his ears just pop up.
You're lucky today.
He just pops up his ears at will.
Well, did I meet your expectations?
Oh my god, this outfit has right. He's sleeping in the quality time. This time the hunter followed
The answer I'm looking for. It's in you. The ending doesn't matter. I'm gonna witness it firsthand.
Overall, he looks really great, right? Like, I'm just still saddened at the decision that Infold decided to come up with when it came to deciding to remove Valko apparently from the game now. He just looks so cute here. He just really looks such like a dorky boyfriend, which I think that's really adorable as hell. And the fact that he's the way he is, his personality is just so different compared to the other guys that I think he really is like a breath of fresh air that I think the game really needed. And sadly, we're not getting that anymore, and it's just really sad to see. So let's talk about the statement that they posted earlier today on all social media platforms. So let's talk about the statement that they posted early today. So it was very earlier, like in the morning when they posted this, so I was quite surprised when I woke up and ended up seeing this freaking announcement, to say the least. So it simply says, "A letter to all players. Dear Miss Hunters, we sincerely apologize for reaching out once again." Obviously, they did put out a statement a few days ago where they talked about how, you know, they had Valko long-term in development. They were actually planning on keeping him. There was no announcement of ever removing him or that he was going to be fine. And then like 2 to 3 days later, this happens, and it's just quite insane to see the drastic change that they put out for this. It says, "We sincerely apologize for reaching out once again. Over the past several days, our team has been closely following your conversations and feedback across all platforms. For the issues that have surfaced since the announcement of Surgeon 6.0, the frustration these have caused our community, we want to clearly state we are sorry. As expressed before, our vision for Love and Deepspace has always been to build toward grow alongside you, one that offers a richer, deeper sense of companionship over time. As various issues have arisen in recent days, we moved quickly to make the necessary adjustments. After reflecting on recent events, we recognize that we move forward with the introduction of Valko before we were truly ready. In doing so, we let down players who supported us from the start, and also fell short of delivering the experience that players anticipated Valko deserved. After extensive internal discussions, we have decided to make the following changes. Number 1. We have decided to cancel both the launch and any further development of the new love interest. We have also committed that no additional love interests will be introduced in future content plans. So let's talk about this. We have decided to cancel both the launch and any further development of the new love interest. So they're saying they're canceling the 6.0 update to add Valko. He's not going to be any more part of the 6.0 update. Any further development on this guy, Valko, apparently that's not happening. Everything got scrapped for this guy, apparently. And it says, we also commit that no additional love interest will be introduced in future content plans. I know there was a rumor going around of like recently that apparently they were going to plan on adding more guys after Valko, which I thought would have been way too much if they decided to add more after Valko, because I think 6 was like the perfect number. Obviously we had the 6 stellar oraculum colors in the game, so 6 was the perfect number for guys here. So I thought once Valko was here it was going to be done, but it seems like apparently they were considering adding more love interests, which I'm just like, I think that'd be a little too much, but that's just on me. But yeah, there's just no more love interests anymore. We're just stuck with the five guys that we have in the game. Valko is no longer seemingly going to be part of this game anymore. Number 2, all in-game substance and features originally scheduled for version 6.0 update, including Home 2.0 and AR photo booth, as well as the limited time selectable 5-star memory rate-up events, will proceed as planned. The outfits, photo poses, and scenes in the Night Hush box, the 2nd anniversary 4-star memory selection crate, originally planned as rewards for the Hunt and Lincoln event, will instead be sent to all players for free via in-game mail after the version update. So I didn't post my reaction to the freaking live stream that they had. It was, to be honest, pretty lackluster. Literally, the only thing that was announced for the live stream was just introducing Valko, seeing that trailer, and then the home system 2.0 update. Literally, the home system 2.0 update is just the kitchen. Well, the kitchen is cute, and the fact that we get to cook with our allies and eat with them, which is, I think, is adorable. It's not what I really would have wanted for the game. Like, I barely use the home feature in general besides gardening, and I'm only using that just to try to get the diamonds in the gardening. I really don't use the home feature that much. I've seen from other people that wasn't into this, they didn't really use the home feature that much either. It does take up quite a lot of space in the game too, so I've seen a lot of people just simply uninstall the home system from Love and Deepspace. So while the update is just cute, it just wasn't fully needed. And the AR photo booth, that shit definitely did not be needed to be needed. Like, no, I feel like nobody uses the AR photo booth or the photo shots, like, in general, because they already have the AR photo, but this is just the glint version of it now. But this was not going to be usable like that much. I feel like nobody's going to use it that much, and it's just like these updates are just so lackluster that it's just like Valko obviously was the big thing, and now that's just gone. So the fact that we lost Valko, we lost the main story update for him, like, everything is just so boring now for this update. Obviously, they plan on a hunt and Lincoln event, which was supposed to come with the rewards and getting the Night Hush box, which is great that they're giving us a chance to get a crate from the 2nd anniversary 4-star cards, because those was like very limited for that time too. So I'm surprised they even bringing like at least a chance to get one of them back. But and the 5-star memory rate up event, obviously that was supposed to be the Pulse Hunter technically of this anniversary update. The 6.0 update, where, you know, obviously you can pick 5 guys for a rate up. You know, mostly it was just the fact that you can pick Valko and try to get his cards as easy as you could. But now that Valko is not going to be here, I'm assuming his cards are no longer going to be in the game now. They might have to remove it, right? So this limited memory rate up event is not going to be really that, you know, great anymore, because most of us pretty much have all the standard cards at this point for all the other guys. So this is kind of just like nothingness now. Everything about this is just so lackluster, and now it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know how else they could have ruined this better than the way they did it. Going forward, our Time team will focus on developing stories and long-term companionship experiences for our 5 existing love interests, while ensuring a stable pace of main story production and updates. Roughly the new co-love memories and companion will be revealed in July. Colonel Caleb and Onakaina's leader Silas will also return the main story branches in September and November respectively. By participating in relevant events, players will be able to obtain the corresponding 5-star main story branch for free. We will continue to devote all our care and effort into bringing you richer stories and game experiences. Okay, my problem with this is that all of a sudden we're getting our fucking another set of myth, like, happening. Like, they said Raphael's new myth companion is coming in July. Why? I generally don't understand why we're getting another round of myths already at this point. I feel like, you know, Caleb's was the last one to get the 3rd myth, like, I think in March. I thought we were done for the rest of the year. I didn't think we really needed more myths right now. At least not right now. Maybe do it next year, I thought. But, like, just right now, it was like a no. But no, we're stuck with another round of myths. And they're like, here, like, even though we removed Valko from the game, here's a new myth set you can get for Raphael now. Here, wouldn't this be cool? And it's like, no, it's not. I know maybe some Raphaelers are happy that he's getting a myth, or maybe they're really like, really, now we just can't save at this point. You know, it's just insane how it's going on. Then we have Caleb and Silas's story branches. Well, during the last statement that he posted, which they did talk about how stay tuned for Caleb and Silas's main story updates, they didn't even give us a time frame when that was going to happen. It just simply says stay tuned. But now 2 to 3 days later, now you're giving us a time frame? Why did you not give us a time frame the other day? Why didn't you give us a time frame during the live stream? They just came in of nowhere with this time frame for them. So they're like, oh, September, November, now you're getting branch stories. Why? I don't even think we're getting the story update for Valko anymore, or story update in general now for July, since that was the main focal point. I'm assuming that whole thing is crap. So wouldn't his story, Valko's story, lead up to Caleb and Silas's maybe? Or they're just separate, like, at this point? I guess they're branch stories, so it might be separate, but it's just, I don't know, it's just weirdly, I think it's just gonna be so sloppy that I'm not sure how this is gonna work, essentially, because, you know, I think Valko's main story update was supposed to lead up to the branch stories, and now that's not there. So that's just going to be like a lot. That story lore that's just gone. Because I'm assuming the story update is not happening anymore. Because if they're removing Valko, then they're removing the story update, I assume, right? I don't know. I just don't think they're doing this right at all. Especially since I understand we've been waiting for story updates from this game for a long time. The main story updates is pacing is quite slow, to say the least. Everybody's been complaining that, they take too long with the main story updates, especially with Caleb in particular, where it has been a year and a half since Caleb got a main story update. It's been since he was reintroduced back into the game as an ally since his main story. So I can understand the fact that everybody's more upset that Caleb hasn't gotten his story update yet, especially since a lot of us assumed he was getting his very soon. And then that kind of just got sidelined because they were adding Valko into the mix. So obviously Valko took priority. So I can understand why people were upset that Caleb wasn't getting story update. But it shouldn't be to the detriment of deciding to remove Valko from story just to get the story. I don't know. It's just really weird because a lot of people play this game for the story as well. A lot of people love the lore of Love and Deepspace. So we were excited to see a new guy with new story, and we're not getting that, it seems like, at this point anymore. Which really sucks. It really, really does suck. And I'm hoping these revenge stories are great for Caleb and Silas, and I'm hoping that outside of this, we'll obviously get better updates from the game, because we definitely need roadmaps to let us know what's happening with the game. You were all of a sudden telling us, oh, Raphael's getting a new move in July, when you didn't tell us this before. Now you're telling us a new round of myths is coming. Like, why? You told us that Silas and Caleb were getting story content like later. They just simply said stay tuned like 2 days ago, but now 2 days later, all of a sudden we have months, and I'm like, months announcement. I'm like, oh, why you didn't say this before? You should have given us more communication of when we're getting these updates for the game, because the game has sadly become so like kind of stale and boring that having all these back-to-back banners it's not good enough for the game. It's not good enough to sustain like this, and that's why everybody likes all the cool, dating stuff that you do in the game. The more story content that we have to read more about, the guys, and learn more about what's going on with MC and each guy, or what's going on and see where her story with Eat the Core. It's just, there's so much they can do, and I feel like they just dropped the ball with deciding we're just gonna never tell you guys what we're planning on doing, and everybody's just keep on guessing, and that's not working out for nobody. It really doesn't. Everybody just kind of losing the situation for removing him, where we could have had more story update now, but now we're not getting it. Removing him where, the game feels kind of stale. A lot of people are, getting bored of, the game, or I've seen a lot of people who are trying to get reintroduced to Love and Deepspace again because of Valko being announced for Love and Deepspace. It's very sad to see that a lot of people were really excited for him. That's just not happening anymore. I think that from my understanding, it seems like Valko wasn't really introduced into the story properly. So his inclusion to the game was, to me, quite sudden. It felt really random. And I think it felt like that for a lot of people who just didn't understand why he was just randomly added to the game as a low interest. I think if they implemented Valko into the story more better, I think this would have lessened the problem here. But there's nothing we can do now. Love and Deepspace, they kind of just decide to pace their shit this way. And I think it became an issue of how they did it that way. Alright, so it says, beginning today and continuing for 30 days, players who log in each day will receive one Deepspace wish via in-game mail. Each mail will remain claimable for 3 days for a total of 30 Deepspace wishes. We hope this can offer some compensation for the disappointment and disruption caused by these adjustments. 30 Deepspace wishes isn't fucking enough. And the fact that you're telling us to log in each and every day just to get one ticket is insane to me. I feel like you should be giving them 30 tickets like that. The fact that you're not doing that is kind of insane, because it's kind of being scummy that you're just telling us, oh, please just log in every day just to get these tickets, please. Like, why would you do it this way? I just think that's kind of messed up to do it this way, and really scummy way to do it this way. Is because obviously a lot of people are hurt by this decision that you guys are doing. You're causing a lot of distress, so as you say, so yeah, it's just a lot happening with this, and I don't think this is enough conversation to appease everybody in the community for this. And then the video says, to our community, once again we apologize because of our actions to joy. You should not be finding a link on today became a source of stress, and the feelings you hold most dear were hurt. We are deeply sorry for the hurt and disappointment we caused. Love and Deepspace has always been sharing love with you and protecting the love we hold dear, saying that they were shaped by our feedback, your presence, passion, and your trust. And they said they would give us the strength to direction to move forward. Over the past 2.5 years, we shared moments of joy and gratitude, as well as challenging and difficult times. So just saying we will continue to build this trust and everything back again, essentially. Going forward, we will work harder, listen more carefully, and do our utmost to honor the trust you have placed in us. We will stay focused on delivering the experience you deserve, one filled with love, where every moment in Lincoln City can once again become a joyful and treasured memory. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for trust, honesty, and feedback. But the problem is, they pretty much lost a lot of people's trust over this situation. The global community is mostly outraged from what I've seen about, them removing Valko, because there was a lot of people who liked Valko, who were interested in Valko, people who were reinstalling or just joining Lash just because of Valko, and that shit just got removed before he even came into the game. I just feel like there was so much potential, because obviously we don't know who he is. He's really a brand new character that he wasn't really talked about in the story that much. Apparently there was hints in the recent world underneath story and other stuff, but like I'm not fully caught up. But if he is, if we're not good enough to introduce him properly, I think if they introduced him very properly from the beginning or earlier, like the year or something, I think this would have been way better. But they kind of just brought him here out of nowhere, and I think that's what caused more of an outrage on this. Outside of him, there's so many problems with this game in general that they just don't simply address. Like outside of the main story updates that are being slow, there's no farming at all in this game, like to get diamonds to be pulling for these cards. They release so many freaking banners every week, especially with now the reruns being added to it. Like all these freaking banners, and yet there's no freaking way to really save gems or get more gems in this game. I already stated in a community post that I feel like the more you play this game, or the longer you have played this game, the harder it is to pretty much play this game at this point, because it's true. I've been playing this game since the beginning of the game's launch, and at this point in my time, I can't even get barely gems at this point. It's such a struggle to get gems. I'm stuck in all of my orbit trials because I'm not a whale who can spend money to be ranking up all these cards that I get. I can't even get every card in the game. That doesn't work for me. Like, I'm not for that. I'm not built for this. But I enjoy what I'm able to get. But I can't do the cheese food trials. I'm stuck in all of them. The only currency we really get is the senior hunter contest, and that's only bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, and we only get 1,200 gems out of that. That's not even a full 10 pull. That's not even fucking enough. That we haven't gotten a combat mode or a new reset combat or anything in over a year. Like, that's insane. You're gonna introduce Valko with no new combat? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, outside of his Deepspace trials, but like Abysmal Chaos and Unicorn Operation are pretty much done for me at this point. I can't do much with them, and yet you don't refresh them, you don't reset them for the damage we can re-get again. Just nothing. The Senior Hunter Con, while great, it's bi-weekly and it's not enough gems. I feel like I've been putting on the survey that they need to do the Senior Hunter Con just starting weekly now. They should do weekly now. I think that would be way better. But we're stuck with this bi-weekly, which is not fully enough in my opinion. And on top of that, like, there's a lot of other questionable decisions that they do and all this stuff, but it's just so much that's happening. But outside of Valko in general, I think this situation has grown way more than just Valko. This situation has grown to the point where even apparently the government has gotten involved because certain things that Paper Games Info has implemented into their games. I've been seeing the situation about 731, which apparently is a really big sensitive topic in China, and they apparently had it in the world underneath, which I think that's insane. That if something that was so sensitive to China, and them being a Chinese company added it to it, why would they do so? I don't know. But I've been hearing about the government getting involved now. They're investigating Paper Games and seeing what's going on with their games. Essentially, I think this whole thing just got blown out of proportion, and I think it's becoming bigger than Valko itself. It's not even about Valko anymore. It's about the game itself having so many issues that now it's becoming a world, like a big, really, really big problem. They never addressed any of these issues that they added this whole time, because they never communicated really well. Like, apart from just the half anniversaries and full 1 year, 2 year anniversary stuff, every half anniversary they release something cool, have the big updates there, and then they don't really say anything for the rest of the fucking year. That's not really good enough communication. They really need to step up on the communication, because that's what really matters, I think, for this game and for the community, especially since now the community is becoming so divided, where it seems like the global side is mostly outraged, and then we have the Chinese side, or the, I guess, Asian side, where they're outraged on certain other things, and the fact that they also want Valko removed too, and they're rejoicing that he's getting removed. Not every Chinese player is like that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, everybody is a bad person. No, that's not how it works. It's just that select few Chinese players, which have become a big vocal who have been widely vocal at this point, has kind of pushed it to the point where now they have to remove Valko. And it really sucks because we were really anticipating him, and now he's just gone. And it gives us a dangerous precedent because they're just here like, oh, they just removed him so quickly just because of a few people talking. And no, it shouldn't be like that. That's so fucking insane. And what makes it even more annoying is that as I'm really recording this, it's past midnight, and they're still not even addressing the elephant in the room because they decided to post this. They decided to post a carefree summer event coming soon. This wasn't even talked about in the live stream or anywhere. And they're just like, here, check in for 5 days to get some furniture designs for free. Nobody cares at this point. At least the global side fully doesn't care, because in the comments now, it's just about Valko. Everybody just wants Valko. They have the hashtag bring back Valko and everything. I've seen a few petitions, which if I can find out, I'll put them in the description down below so you guys can sign the petitions to bring Valko back. Like, everybody's so vocal in the global community about wanting freaking Valko back. It's so sad that it came to this. And I'm over here just so lost and confused about everything, because it's just something I never thought this would happen. I did not expect Love in Deepspace to have this amount of controversy like this. It makes me feel like so disappointed, upsetting. It just makes me feel like, man, like, am I playing the game just to play me playing this game? Am I feeling happy with the situation at hand now? I don't know. It just feels really odd with everything that's happening here. It's just really sad to see what everything has become, especially since now at this point I have seen that they're starting to remove all the Valko content. He was supposed to have a freaking coaster in Anime Expo, and they completely announced that, oh, that's not happening anymore, because he was supposed to kind of debut there too, and now that's just gone. It's just a whole mess at this point. But like I said, it's not just about Valko, like, and fully in itself. It's the fact that, you know, Infold itself has been dealing with a lot of controversy outside of just Valko, and I think it's just all spreading to awareness to light now, and I think everything is just getting blown out of the proportion now at this point. And I think they really need to step up their communication on what they want to do for this game, because I don't want to lose Love in Deepspace. Love in Deepspace has been such a great game to me. Zane, who's brought so much joy to me. I didn't expect to love a ultimate game, a love interest like the way I do it for Zane. It's just so sad to see this is happening. And now I'm like, damn, do I want to continue playing the game? Do I want to support the game or what they're doing, or should I just, you know, maybe just take a small break or just figure something out? I don't know. I'll obviously post content still for 11 days, but I don't think I'll just outright just stop it. It's just, I don't know, it's maybe slow it down, because it's just a really confusing time, a really disappointing time. I just wish the community, everybody, could like work together to figure out, like, oh, please just address other issues in the game outside of just adding a new love interest or whatever is going on. Because like I said, there's other stuff that's happening in the Chinese community outside of Valko that's, you know, of great concern. Like, I've been hearing about the 731 incident, about apparently there's a few things that they referenced about apparently murdering women for within Valko's cards and whatnot or something. I don't know, it's been a lot of talk, and just trying to process it in my brain, because it's just, I've been spending all day just looking at everything about how everybody's been feeling, what's going on, and seeing what the other communities are seeing. It's just, overall, I just feel like it's just a confusing time. I feel like at this point that I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Like I said, I side with the global community that I feel like this shouldn't have happened. Valko should still be able to be released as love interest. Even if they didn't want to release him now, they could have just delayed him or postponed him for another time. That would have been great too. If it wasn't like, you know, this ready, as they say, they could have postponed him. I think that would have been a better idea than just outright just removing him, and now we're not going to get him anymore. Because if you don't get him, I guess the main story is scrapped. Like, Caleb and Sada still have to wait for hit theirs. It's not gonna come in July. It's not gonna come. You still gotta wait. So it's just like, I don't know. Everything about this is just generally sad. they're starting to remove his content now, so it's better to check it out or see if you're able to watch as best as you can. I know some people are already downloading it, so it's just, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to just put a video out because I wanted to talk about the live stream in general, but then every day it's just been so much craziness happening with Infold and Love and Deepspace that, you know, I could post this now and then maybe another update will happen, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, overall I'm just sad and confused about the situation. I was hoping to be seeing him on July 9th. I was really excited to see his story because, like I said, he's a brand new character kind of just out of nowhere, so I was really excited to see how he is in the game, but sadly it seems like we're not getting that now. So other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So kind of my thoughts on the situation. Like I said, my thoughts are not that great, but I just wanted to talk about it because it is a serious, big topic. It's pretty big that this is happening, and I feel like this shouldn't be the solution at all. I feel like they could have thought of another way, or to just simply communicate it better with the community in general. But yeah, I don't know, it's just a lot that's happening, so it just really sucks in general. But yeah, like I said, hashtag bring Valko back. It would be really nice if you did. I'll put the petitions for Valko in the description down below. And that's pretty much it. You guys can let me know what you guys think of the situation at hand. What do you think of the fact that they're removing Valko? Do you think there's another, if it was justified to do so, or do you think there was another that thing that they could have done outside of doing that? Like I said, I don't want to disrespect anything outside of the communities in here or the Chinese girl, because I know a lot of the things that are happening within Infold is a lot of culturally insensitive stuff for them, and I don't want to disrespect you guys or anything. This will be the only time I really talk about this. I just don't want to bring drama to my channel. That's not for me. That's just it. So I'm just speaking my thoughts now, and that's pretty much shit. And we just go back to regular content another time. I don't know. It's just a lot to take in what's going on. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video on my thoughts on the Valko situation, the Love and Deepspace situation. All I can do is just hope that the game just be better. Like, I just wish for better communication. I wish for better, you know, stuff for our love interests and everything. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot to take in what's going on. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. And that's really just so bye.